This is the second in the series of questions that I get asked from leaders when I'm working in organisations. And this question is about how can I motivate my team? Now, there's a whole lot of things that actually motivate individuals, and things like money, career opportunity, promotions, just getting some positive feedback on how they're going. So all those are a given, and the many, many more that motivate individuals. And when you think about teams, well, all of those things are still current and should be included in the way you manage your people. But I think teams actually look to higher things as well. So some of those things are, and these are essential if you really want to get your team motivated. So given that you're doing all the other stuff, remember in the previous video we talked about having the safe space for people to work in, being prepared to be vulnerable, and having a clear purpose. Well, let's take this a higher level now and look at it from an organisational team perspective. So the first thing is you must have a clear and compelling vision. So if you don't communicate that at every level in your organisation, and every team member that reports to you knows that with absolute clarity, you're already setting yourself up for failure. So you've got to find ways to communicate that. And so I communicate with person A, I tell them the story this way. Knowing B thinks of things differently, I need to talk to that person and communicate it that way, the way that works for them. And then as a collective, I keep repeating that in every opportunity I get. So every meeting we start, we talk about where we're heading and what we're trying to do and how that links to that compelling vision. So it becomes the way we speak, the way we communicate, the way we measure success is, do we take steps closer and closer to our vision through every action that we take within our team. The next critical part is having a plan. Now, I've been in organisations and they have plans, right? But their plans are more like targets. Like they don't actually really expect to deliver the plan, so nobody gets really passionate about it because after many observations they realise that the plan was just really a guide towards where we're heading, and reality kicks in and we don't actually get there and it becomes the norm. So that's not what I'm talking about. So no, I'm not talking about that sort of plan. I'm talking about the plan that says these are the steps we take to actually achieve our target. Subtle difference. So step by step we're going to do this. Now, the other key thing to consider here is when you're building a team to get behind a compelling vision and to actually deliver on that, you've got to allow them to have success early. So if you give them some successes, they get powered up. There's nothing more exciting for a team than to actually nail a few things. Look at any sports team out there, look at the celebration they have when they score a goal or something. Even though they may lose the game at the end of the round, they actually celebrate every one of those steps. So look for ways to create incremental steps in your plan that are easy in the first stages for the team to achieve. As they build on their success, they get more momentum, then you can add some more complexity to your plan so the team grows with your complexity of your plan and they keep hitting success after success. And then the next thing, the critical thing is in your planning is have those regular daily, weekly and monthly reviews. And that's where we talk about if you have a plan, stick to it. So there are no excuses. Let's talk about did we actually achieve what we set out to do in this day, in this week or this month? And if not, what do we need to do differently to get that back on track? It's not a matter, we just accept we didn't do it. What do we need to go out there and actually nail that? Do we need more resources? Do we need to pull together to get that? Do we need different equipment? The leader's job is to do that process of review to actually help the team believe that this isn't negotiable. We have a plan, we've agreed on it, and we're going to deliver it. Once we get that going, people feel, I can follow this leader, I can be part of this team, and I welcome it. Now, the third step, and it seems like, well, of course it's obvious, Daryl, but work together. Now, how many times have you been in teams where there's been almost a movement that says we're one team, we work together, but the reality in that environment is that's not what really happens. So what I'm talking about here is we work together. That means we've got to get everybody in our team on track and believing and following the vision and delivering on the plan. Okay, so that means we need to then, once we get that happening, then we can look beyond our own boundaries and look to where the teams that we have to work with to get our work done or to deliver something to them. So once we've got our own act to at least a reasonable level of success, then we go and engage the other team. So this is where the leader steps in and takes the lead. They go and engage the other leaders of the other functional teams and look at ways to improve the relationship and understanding of each other's work so that we get better and better outcomes. The reality is when that starts to happen, it permeates through an organisation. So yes, you need leadership looking down and organising and structuring and supporting a business. But every leader in the business should be also working up, working out to continually move towards delivering this compelling vision, which you can only do when you work together. So there's 3 quick clues as to how you get motivate a team. I look forward to you coming back in the next session.